everybody. For math today, we are going to talk about how we use math at home. So I'm going to ask you on Seesaw to think all day long about the different times that you're using math at your house, and then make a list of things for me. I'm just going to tell you some things that I might do during the day, not things I've done today, because it's still early in the morning. I'm waiting for you guys to get on and Zoom with me. And I can't really go out and do a lot because I'm stuck at home, right? So here's some things that I would usually do. If I were going to work, I would have to set my alarm, right? And then when it goes off, I wake up and I look to see what time it is. Time is math, right? So I use my math every morning when I set my alarm and I look to see what time it is when I get up. Then I would use math to see how much time I have to get ready before I need to leave the house so I'm not late to work. So I have to calculate in my head, I have 1 hour before I need to leave. What all can I get done? A lot of times in the morning, I get up, and if Mr. Kim hasn't done it, I have to feed Lou. I have to say it quietly so he doesn't get excited, but I have to feed him, so I have to measure how much food he gets, and that's math, right? Then I have to feed myself, right? I'm hungry too. So if I'm going to cook breakfast, I have to measure things and cut to make sure they're the right amount. That's all math. Then I have to, if I'm driving somewhere, there's a speed limit, right? So I have to make sure that my speed number matches the speed limit, and if it's higher or lower, I have to count how much faster or how much slower do I need to drive. I might do laundry, right? And so I sort. Sorting is math. I sort all the clothes by colors, and then I put them in, and I have to measure how much soap to put in. Then let's see, I unload the dishwasher a lot of days, and all the dishes are shapes, right? And I have to sort the shapes so that they stack together the right way. Otherwise, my dishes cabinet would be all over the place, right? And nothing would fit. I also have to set the table. Now look, when I set the table, look at all those shapes, right? And I have to make sure that all those shapes fit there the right way on the table. So I've got circles, I had a rectangle in the middle, I have big circles and smaller circles. They all have to fit on the table together. Sometimes I go walk Lou. I really have to say that one quiet or he'll start bouncing off the walls. But I go walk him. And I have to figure out how much time I have and make sure that I don't go over for too many minutes and then I'm late for my next thing I have to do that day. I also measure how far we have walked to see if we got a good workout in. So I make sure that we went far enough. Let's see. If I'm going to get on a Zoom with you guys, I'm going to count to see how many people are there, how many first graders came to our Zoom. And then I'm going to know if the last time we Zoomed there were 9 first graders and we have 17 in our class, how many more first graders did I need until we had our whole class? So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We are missing 8. We are missing 8 first graders. Let's see what else I might do. I might cook dinner, which is more cooking, right? I have to measure things and I have to set timers so that they cook for the right amount of time. I got to go to the grocery store, right? So I have all of the things, and that's not the grocery store, but I love to go shopping. I love to. So that's something that I have to use math for a lot, right? Because I have to know how much money I'm going to spend. I have to add all that up. I have to know what my bills and my coins are, so I know how much to give the lady at the cash register or the man. If something's on sale, right, if it says like half off, then I have to know how much it's going to cost, right? I have to do that math in my head. Shopping math is my favorite kind of math. Mr. Cam this weekend was doing some yard work. He was laying out some mulch and he had to know how many bags he needed. So he had to measure the space, and then he had to go look at how much mulch was in a bag, and he had to think in his brain how many bags of mulch he needed. He wanted to get a hummingbird feeder, so we got one of those, and we had to measure that we put the right amount of food in the hummingbird feeder. So you can see that there are tons of ways that we use math in a day. So I want you guys all day today to be thinking about how you've used math. You're definitely going to use math in our Zoom today, and you probably use math on any homework that I assign you. But what other ways do you use math around your house with a brother or a sister or a grown-up? I want you to think about it, and I want you to make a list for me on Zoom so I can see how you are using math. So we can all know math is important, right? We don't just learn first grade math. We need math every day as an adult. So I can't wait to see how you guys are using math. Make a nice list for me, and we'll talk about it in our next Zoom later in the week.